I play around, don't stay around in this old town too long. Seems like I've got to travel on. The battle is getting harder in this iration. Armageddon time. It's not Christmas time anymore. Joe Strummer certainly knew that he had to move on. Couldn't stay in the same old politically charged, rebellious youth punk scene forever. The Clash's sound started to radically change around the time of their groundbreaking third album, London Calling. The band was already incorporating reggae into a mostly aggressive, hard-edged punk rock sound. Armageddon Time certainly was a direct contrast to the song which it served as a B-side to, the single known as London Calling, the title track. The 45 of that, London Calling and Armageddon Time, released a week before the album itself was released. 46 years ago this week, December 7th, 1979, on the CBS label. I already knew that the Clash were certainly not just a straightforward, aggressive, rebellious punk band. Not when I heard White Man and Hammersmith Palais, also not when I heard them cover Pressure Drop by Toots and the Maytals, originally from 1968. Yes, change is inevitable. Certainly this podcast, Local Loft, reflects that the Chicagoland area's original music scene has been through many changes. Yes, the punk rock is there. Yes, the metal is there. But at times we also have to discover new music, new sounds. So that's why power pop being resurrected certainly is a direct contrast to all the aggressive metal with the unclean, grunting vocals you hear. Not that that's a bad thing. It's not. You're going to hear some different sounds on here. Even off Broadway, they certainly weren't confined to just 60s British Invasion style jangly guitar driven power pop. You'll actually hear a Christmas song from Cliff Johnson as he and Mimi Bettinas took a breather from reuniting off Broadway in the mid-90s. I'm not only going to play that, but a rather different Christmas song from Mimi himself from a few years ago, actually 2022. Talk about a band who truly changes directions and doesn't stay in the same old town all the time. The Hyss. I certainly would call them progressive metal. Certainly not the same old new metal with hardcore tinges, the unclean vocals I mentioned. The Hyss recently co-headlined a show at Miskatonic Brewing in Darien with my friends from Black Road and also Fool's Brew back in late October. I have singer-guitarist Pat Kennedy and guitar and keyboardist Dave Fitzgerald from the Hyss calling in to talk about their unique sound and what caused them to write a song about a tree man, which is pretty surreal. If you're trimming the Christmas tree, I'd be cautious when listening to this one. It's scary in nature. If you've ever seen that scene in The Wizard of Oz where the tree man captures them all, it just brings that image right back to me. Science Mountain. It's the third track off the Hyss's third album, Hyss 3, The Hyssening. Talk about a musician who certainly has gone through changes with so many different bands. From the melodic operatic pop metal of Manowar back in the early 90s to the symphonic, surrealistic, yet medieval metal nature of Wings of Destiny, David Schenkel has been through it all. A second new song featuring Schenkel as lead guitarist, and his dynamic and demonic shredding certainly is up front and center, is what I'm going to spin for you. It's Alice Unchained. Oh, it doesn't sound anything like that famous grunge band of the 90s, but it's Alice in Wonderland, Unchained and Unleashed. Blame it on a poison apple, if you will. I'll explain when I go over the music video, the latest single from Wings of Destiny. Redneck Remedy certainly has changed quite a lot in their resurgence. They've added the younger offspring of John David Daly Jr. He got his start in a unique southern rock band that combined hardcore metal and bluesy, rootsy southern rock of the 70s. It's like ZZ Top meets Pantera meets Pop Evil. 63. We're going to go back 10 years to when I caught this unique band live, former Star Bar in Chicago Ridge. Local Loft episode 410. Bands and artists of the original Chicagoland metal, punk, alternative rock, and power pop scene are always on the move. From one old town to a new city, the competition is getting harder and it's getting more frequent. But you always can pick and choose your favorites through every episode of this podcast.
Alright, so my name is Detective. I'm the art player of the Hyss. You guys haven't played a show since 2000. What do you mean, what have we been doing? You are in the band. What have you been doing?
Seasons change. We blow your mind each time. Are you listening to the Hyssening? Whatever the hiss is, I imagine it's a very distinctive fuzz bass line that this very eclectic progressive metal band out of Chicago has. I'm going to ask them, of course, because I have them on the line, at least 3 of them, including Dave Fitzgerald, who is joining me. And Dave, who do you have with you?
The amazing Pat Kennedy, guitar player, and Mike Scales, our fantastic drummer as well.
Yeah, buddy.
And all 5 of the Hyss will certainly be making Reggie's music joint vibrate. The roof will become seismic. It'll be like an earthquake with that fuzz bass line because it's very earthquake-ish. December 11th over at Reggie's Music Joint. You probably caught the Hyss back in October. They played Miskatonic Brewing with my friends in Black Road and also with Fool's Brew. Your 3rd album has been out for a while, guys. History, the Hyssening. And I got to ask you about how you got your name. It's not spelled H-I-S-S like a cat hiss here. It's H-Y-S-S. How exactly did you come up with that name?
We like the idea of animals, and we like snakes. We figured that with the Y in the middle, we could make a little face that looked like a snake tongue sticking out like that. So it's always been a bit of a parody of what we're always doing. We're sort of always making fun of ourselves, but trying to be good at the same time. It's just a play on words in a way, but we like snakes, we like animals, and we like to write songs about those kind of things.
Started out as King Hyss, which admittedly that is a villain from the Masters of the Universe world. He-Man, you know.
Oh, that's
but
right.
we decided to kind of make it our own and change the I to a Y and just call it the Hyss.
You're like Indiana Jones. He doesn't like snakes at all. He hates them. That was 44 years ago. Let's delve into one of your songs off History, and that's Science Mountain. I played that back in October. It has some kind of an evolution of a tree man, an evolution of the afterlife and how we all wither like trees. Want to explain how you came to write that one?
Ooh. Pat, if you can explain Matt's lyrics, I would love to hear it. He should be here to do that, but go ahead.
Yeah, he's probably busy writing more crazy lyrics right now. We were kind of joking around in the studio, and we were we had a riff, and we had this song idea, trying to think of what kind of content, what is this going to be about. Matt and I sometimes read weird, odd stories about things, and one story we were reading was that there was a doctor, and I can't remember all the details of this, but there was a doctor, they were lost in a frozen mountain somewhere, and everybody died in their crew, and he was the last one, and he did like a surgery on himself. He did like this appendix surgery on himself, and we were talking about that, and we were trying to, and as I'm trying to do right now, explain like, oh, he's on a mountain, he was somewhere, and I said, he's on some sort of science mountain, I don't know, and they're all laughing and making fun of me because I'm probably drinking and smoking or doing something stupid, and we started laughing at that, and then I just started yelling Science Mountain in the middle of the song, and we kind of just thought that was going to be a funny, cool idea. So we just went with it. Matt is an avid reader and an intellectual guy, and we kind of let him just run away with it. And he thought about, what are the different things that could be in the song, and it did come from his mind. He's a smart guy. So, I usually come up with a silly goose thing to say, and then he kind of takes it into something smarter.
Well, it's neat to say a bird, there's a third that is hanging further alive. Okay, I see you found. Touches to a tree. Yet again and again and again and again. Who is in honey? Beyond infinity. I say science. A science mountain. Science. Science mountain.
Imagine that song going through your mind right before major surgery. That's all I got to say. Let's get to your music here, because the fuzz bass line definitely stands out. Do you feel that's like the most distinctive part of the sound of the Hyss, the big dominant seismic bass line?
I think so. You know, a lot of what we do, we tend to write our music with the foundation of the music first, and then we kind of add melody on top of it. And I would agree that a lot of it will start with guitar riff, and even Bill, who plays bass in the Hyss, he also is a great guitar player, so I imagine that he does a lot of his initial concepts on an acoustic. A lot of us do, and I think that whenever I'm thinking of what's the next big Hyss song, it's always going to be something that's driven by some kind of banger riff that's going to get everybody's head banging right away.
You recorded your last album in Berwyn. I'm just reading your bio here on Reggie's Live, and I could almost feel that back in 2022, I can feel that reverberate all throughout. I'm in nearby Stickney, so it definitely feels like an earthquake, and it certainly will. Hopefully the folks at Reggie's Music Joint will prepare the roof and prepare the foundations, because the Hyss is certainly going to make them shake, and Hyss too. Go to reggieslive.com. The show is Thursday, December 11th at the Reggie's Music Joint. It's the Hyss, it's Plague of Carcosa, and all Scython. Not Python now, but Scython. Go to Reggie's Live for more about that, and go to their Facebook page, which is HY, not HI, HY, shaped like a snake, SS. And I want to thank Dave and Pat and also Mike from the Hyss for talking to us. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
and off they ride into the psychedelic sunset, which is impossible to see in snow-ridden Chicago. It's all a vehicle of the mind, firing up the trippy ride. Your engine are your brain cells, or lack thereof. Scython. The name and the atmosphere is all psychedelic. With images of snakes already going through your head after my talk with the Hyss, another band with a snake name, well, sort of. If you see any snakes, they're in your mind, and they're fueled by some substance. Hint, hint. Oh, somebody's firing up something, and it isn't a muscle car. And the aura and the scent of something in the air will be permeating through Reggie's music joint this coming Thursday night, December 11th. Scython is a 4-piece psychedelic funk rock band from Chicago's North Side. The name says it all, as do the images of the 4 tracks on their debut EP, Baptized in Bong Water, released in August. Crack Horse. Now he's singing to a female of his choice. I thought the title would be something more provocative. Scython joins the Hyss and Plague of Carcosa. You'll need a clear mind for this one, but if you're going to light up and toke away, hey, that's up to you. Go to reggieslive.com for more details about the show. My thanks once again to guitarist-singer Pat Kennedy, guitarist Dave Fitzgerald, and drummer Mike Scales from the Hyss for dropping by and telling us about their upcoming far-out gig at Reggie's Music Joint this Thursday. Surrealistic images aplenty in any music video that's made by Wings of Destiny. Indeed, with a band name like that, your mind is working overtime with surrealistic images, and the music video for their second brand new single from an as-of-yet upcoming 5th album are no exception. While the Demon Shredder waits to relay more medieval and topical images on you with Tony Angle and Grave Rain, this one I'd have to call Alice Unchained. Not Alice in Chains now. No Lane Staley seances here, no Jerry Cantrell guest appearances, but it's an Alice in Wonderland type character. At least she looks like an Alice to me. A cross between Alice and Eve fully clothed. It involves a fair maiden who takes a bite out of an apple, which is not healthy and not nutritious. As somebody close to me would say, watch it if you're type 2 diabetic and eat apples on a regular basis. They are loaded with sugar and carbs. They won't poison you to death, but this apple might. Take a look at the new video for Wings of Destiny's second single, and I'll play the audio for you. You want to light up with this one and go on a psychedelic motor trip? That's up to you. Walking in Shadows, brand new from Wings of Destiny, featuring David Demonchenko on Local Loft.
Wrongly spirit
be playing some new stuff, some stuff that from our first record, which came out last year, and we're gonna be playing some stuff that we straight up fucking stole. That's one cuss word for the jar. Sorry, Lou.
Dreams are sometimes as they seem.
Hey, it's Blockchain Coalition, and you're listening to Tim Lamping on Local Loft.
You have a special guest, at least on one track on this upcoming second album, David Schenkel. Now, he's worked with you before, in the early beginnings, as Tony told me in one of our phone interviews. Schenkel did play on like a track or two of, well, maybe not the new normal, but like the first couple of maybe demos or early recordings you did.
No. Dave actually filled in Valeside for us for a cup of coffee when...
We were honored enough to, when we unfortunately lost one of our guitarists passed away, we were honored to have Dave Schenkel. I grew up going to the Whale and watching him with bands like Vengeance and Paradox, and when he volunteered himself to cover for us until we found a guitarist, I was like, there's no way that I'm playing in the band with Dave Schenkel. So, he was gracious enough to jam with us and do all that stuff. And yeah, we kind of threw some ideas around on a track that's really, really far off what we're doing, but it's really cool.
No more yesterdays. Seems I can break down any time or place, asking why, and I am fretting on this moment, and I am neurotic, chaotic, and keep asking why. No more yesterdays. What I would give just to escape the pain. For Shangri-La, no more yesterdays. you're gone, and hope that we meet again. No matter how my life unfolds, I will move on, but I'll never be the same. Pages keep turning, some fade away. Hold on to memories, none that I'll betray. Feel lonely on this
Seems like Grave Rain's got to travel on. Going back to my opening for Local Loft episode 410, where I quoted Joe Strummer in Armageddon Time. Been around, can't stay around in this whole town too long. The progressing of any band Tony Engel has been lead singer for has certainly not stayed in this old town too long. Veilside was around a good 10 years. After all was said and done, Blockchain Coalition spawned out of it. And out of that came Grave Rain. If you heard my interview with Tony and Ron Thomas, Louis Pascalidis, Bob Berg from Blockchain Coalition last September 2024, Local Loft 348 at Tony D's in Elmwood Park, you heard me talk about how the new Blockchain Coalition album, the follow-up to the New Normal, their debut, it was Local Loft's local rock album of 2023, how that new album contained David Schenkel as a special guest. And Tony told me their association with the Demon goes back to the latter days of Veilside. He was a filling guitarist back then when one of their originals, Tom Finley, had passed away, and before they decided on Sharon Klein to replace him. So a musical friendship and partnership grew between Tony and Schenkel. It's led to Grave Rain, and there, a collaboration between both bands, basically. It was co-written by Tony Engel, David Schenkel, and Ron Thomas, longtime drummer of Veilside and Blockchain Coalition, No More Yesterdays. But it has that Joe Strummer-esh message of traveling on. Listening in the background now, you'll hear BCC go back to those thrilling Yule days of yesteryear. They're doing a reimagined, harder rock version of the traditional Christmas classic Silent Night. They made that available for download and streaming last Christmas season. Icon of the Accursed, the second Grave Rain album. Still no official release date on it. They finished recording it in late October, but went back and did more overdubs for it in late November, as David Schenkel continues to release new singles with Wings of Destiny. Walking in Shadows is what we heard in that surrealistic Lord of the Rings-ish video of the not-so-fair maiden, and that apple's got to be poison that she tempts or Adam with, or Adam in Chains, not Alice in Chains, but Adam in Chains. Go check it out, it's on YouTube. So famous legendary Chicago guitarists who made their mark in several other bands, Schenkel of course being Manowar for the first time, but Ron Thomas mentioned a couple others he was in back in the day and was playing at Thirsty Whale in the late 70s, early 80s. The same can be said for Mimi Bettinas. Sure, he made his mark as frontman and singer of Pez Band starting in 1977 with their self-titled debut album. 5 years before that, he helped Cliff Johnson put Off-Broadway together. And then Cliff actually contributed to the beginnings of Pez Band, so it was kind of a turnabout situation here. I'm going to offer up, and it certainly doesn't sound as jangly British Invasion influenced power pop as Off-Broadway's first two albums, but their holiday offering from 1996 was inspired by a rare 50s black and white Christmas movie that was a favorite of his growing up, the way Christmas Story is for many of us nowadays. But Mimi Bettinas last year put forth a Christmas offering. It's got a very John Lennon-esque Imagine feel to it. Even Mimi's voice reminds me hauntingly enough of John Winston Ono Lennon. Tomorrow, December 8th, 45 years since that unspeakable tragedy happened. A lot of us found out from Howard Cosell on Monday Night Football. Yes, a lot of things are worth interrupting a football game for, which a lot of you think is first and foremost number one priority, but it wasn't on this night. I actually found out from local radio, me being in the radio field, I hate to call it business, for almost 35 years. Johnny Mars filled me in on 93 XRT that night that John Lennon was gone. And the next day I heard it from some of my classmates at St. Michael the Archangel School in 8th grade. I still couldn't believe it. It took me close to a week to finally accept it. So the spirit of John Winston Ono Lennon, I'm sure, will be inside Mimi Bettinas, evoking the spirit of Christmas on a Christmas song. Not a cover of Nat King Cole, but go ahead and roast chestnuts over an open fire, if it helps. Local Loft.
Let's sing a Christmas song. Let's sing it all day long. Let's sing this Christmas song since we're together. Let's gather around the fire with children's hearts and smiles. Let's sing this Christmas song since we're together. In winter and snow, and wouldn't you know, oh, sledding will go, though it's cold outside. A Christmas song for you, a Christmas song for me, a Christmas song for all, since we're together. Come sit here close to me, love's all that love can be. Let's sing this Christmas song since we're together. In winter and snow, and wouldn't you know, oh, sledding will go, though it's cold outside. Come sit here close to me, a Christmas song for all and for you, and a Christmas song for you, a Christmas song for all, since we're together. And come sit here close to me, a Christmas song for all and for you and me. Do you miss me?
It's easy, it's okay, it's automatic.
Welcome back our own Atlantic recording artist off Broadway.
They found this music. I never pounded it into their head. I never said, this is what you gotta listen to. They have just found it to be marvelous.
There's something swell about the spirit of Christmas, to see what it does to people, all kinds of people. Now, why can't that spirit, that same warm Christmas spirit, last the whole year round?
There's a time for peace and joy, with the love our hearts employ. As we're sharing Christmas, here and far away, thoughts are with each other, each and every day. Caring is for Christmas, not just Christmas Day. Why not try to make it Christmas every day? We'll be taking our time, sharing rhythm with rhyme, spreading love and good cheer, because Christmas time is a time for peace and joy, with the love our hearts employ. There's a time for peace and love. Day. Make it Christmas every day.
I know a lot of you are saying to yourselves, he's asking for a miracle to happen. He's expecting people to change all of a sudden. Well, you're wrong. It's no miracle. It's no miracle because I see it happen once every year. And so do you.
We can wish for a time, peace for all of mankind. Bring home Christmas to stay. Make it Christmas here. Make it Christmas there. Make it Christmas Merry Christmas, everyone, each and every day.
Photographs and memories, Christmas cards you sent to me. All that I have are these to remember. So sang the late great Jim Croce. There's a couple of memory-inducing photographs on the original CD single, which was a promo copy sent to most radio stations, including the Cat 1055 back in 1996. I still have it, of a young Cliff Johnson, young about 5 or 6 years old at this point in time. Since Cliff was born in 1950, it would have to be sometime in the 60s, though, wouldn't it? Okay, maybe when he was 5 or 6 years old. Meaning if there was a movie, Christmas Every Day, back then, it would be from 55 or 56. Ironically enough, in 1996, when Cliff and Mimi Bettinas collaborated on Christmas Every Day, the song you just heard, it was an outtake from Off-Broadway's Fallen In sessions, not included on the comeback album Off-Broadway would release. Fallen In, their first since Quick Turns, 13 years before. There was a movie titled Christmas Every Day, which was sort of a Hallmark made-for-TV movie that didn't contain the song you just heard in its soundtrack, but there were clips from various Christmas movies in the 1950s. Reportedly, a couple of clips from the original Miracle on 34th Street are in there. If you're old enough to remember the first version of that movie, not that 1994 cheesy remake, then you'll definitely remember the original. Really surprised Cliff didn't drop any clips from It's a Wonderful Life in there. Not that that movie hasn't been shown ad nauseum every holiday season, and will again on NBC, E! And various other networks. For the Off-Broadway Cliff Johnson fan in your family this Christmas, if you haven't already, get yourself a copy of Razors and Rose Petals to put under the tree. Of course, it's been available for streaming for a long time, and Cliff has expanded, right before he died, the playlist on that considerably and extensively. And Mimi Bettina's Christmas song, you'll notice the chorus in that one sounds very similar to the chorus of Christmas Every Day. It most likely is a spin-off from that, but I'd need Mimi to confirm that. Each and every day, give the gift of your music around the world. Get me Tim Lamping, your original Chicagoland metal, punk, alternative rock, or power pop. MP3 waiver FLAC, or a CD, vinyl, LP, cassette, reel-to-reel tape, timlamp1 at yahoo.com, timcatdj@gmail.com. Send me an email, I'll send you a mailing address before you send me any physical gifts. Download every episode of Local Loft on podbean.com, stream it on YouTube or the Podbean app. Just a year ago, Redneck Remedy fans got the gift of a surprise reunion. It didn't happen at Christmas time, a couple of months before, and the son of John David Daly, Big John, was a part of the band this time. But back 10 years ago, John David Daly Jr. made his way with 63, an incredible mixture of blues-based, raw, raunchy southern rock and power metal. They kept it going when acts like Pop Evil, Hell Yeah hung it up and called it quits. 63's singer was also a pretty powerful, raspy, high-energy singer, Jesse Alvarado. 63 moseyed in to the former Star Bar in Chicago Ridge 10 years ago this week, December 12th, 2015.
It's John David Daly Jr., 63. This is the acoustic version of How I Roll. Maybe.
Tim Lamping on location at Star Bar in Chicago Ridge. Now, if you're familiar with Redneck Remedy, one of their siblings is in a band called 63 out of Watseka. Quite similar, maybe a little more down home, but no less aggressive. And they had a self-titled CD release out last summer. A New Beginning is going to be their second album. They're playing tonight at the Gale Force Christmas event along with Convoy. From the band, we have Jesse Alvarado, who's their guitarist and singer, John Daly Jr., the son of John Daly from Redneck Remedy. On guitar and vocals, Eric Stromberg on bass and vocals, and Jason Dieter on drums. Second album, New Beginning, which they're still working on, and we're playing a lot of songs from tonight. How is that different from the self-titled release you had out last year?
We actually decided to amplify it up a little bit this time. The first album was more lighter, so we decided to kick it up a little bit more this time. Pretty much had John Daly Jr. write a lot of the new music, and a lot aggressive.
John Daly Jr., how did you meet up with these guys? Your father's pretty well known in our neck of the woods in the Southlands. How did you meet up with these guys, and what do you think, as far as guitar playing style, you bring to the sound of 63?
Well, I first came up with them, the lead singer passed away. They ended up having a benefit for him, and
from there, we kind of started talking about it a little bit, and then we had this thing called Bud Fest, which we have it every year. The first one, I played with him at. We practiced a few songs, and then I played with him there, and then from there it just went on. I've been playing since 3 years now. I'm with him. Guitar playing style, I have a lot. Of course, the old man taught me. So I kind of got the same style as him, but more on the verge of Zach Wild and Dimebag Darrell. I try to mix it in with them, and then I try to mix it in with some country, and it's like a southern brass tone.
Jesse, is the music much different on stage when you perform it than it is on records?
I believe so. Sitting at home and listening to the album, you can definitely jam out to it, but on stage, we actually feel it. We want to feel the vibe from the crowd, and when we see them rocking with us, it just makes it more homey.
John Daly Jr., we're waiting for your father and his band to get back. They've been working on a new CD, a follow-up to their 2009 release for quite a while, but some good stuff what you do here with 63. I picked up on you guys 2 years ago, and maybe it's not as balls out aggressive as Redneck Remedy, but it's no less heavier.
Fuck out of here, yeah. Loud amps, a rumbling bass, heartbeat of the pearl, rocking in your bass, yeah. We get scars, we make mistakes, but in this life, that's a chance you take, yeah. Where do we go from here now that it's all finally clear? Pull the two of us up, full of beer, 'cause we're ready.